The Dictionary of Real Estate Appraisal, page 106. Chapter G continued. Ground area. The area in a building computed from the exterior dimensions of the ground floor, also called building footprint or plot coverage. See also ground coverage. Ground coverage. The percentage of ground area that is covered by ground floor building improvements. See also ground area. Ground lease. A lease that grants the right to use and occupy land. Improvements made by the ground lessee typically revert to the ground lessor at the end of the lease term. See also master lease. Ground rent. The rent paid for the right to use and occupy land according to the terms of a ground lease. The portion of the total rent allocated to the underlying land. Ground rent capitalization. A method of estimating land value applied by capitalizing ground rent at a market-derived rate. This method is useful when comparable rents, rates, and factors can be developed from an analysis of sales of leased land or other market sources. Grouped data analysis. A variation of paired data analysis that involves grouping data by independent variables such as date of sale and calculating the mean sale price by year. The groups are studied in pairs to identify the dependent variable. For instance, the change in the mean annual sale price. Growth. A stage in a neighborhood's life cycle in which the neighborhood gains public favor in acceptance and development takes place. Growth paths. Recent land use developments, infrastructure developments and improvements, and demographic trends. Planned infrastructure development and land use development, demographic forecasts, and customer points of origin, which means customer base. Growth paths show the demographic and economic factors regarding the subject property's existing customer base from residential areas and commercial areas, aka daytime population, and show forecasts of the demographic and economic factors. GSE. See government-sponsored enterprise. Guaranteed mortgage. A mortgage in which a party other than the borrower ensures payment in the event of default. For instance, a VA guaranteed mortgage or a SBA guaranteed mortgage. Guaranteed title. A title whose validity is ensured by an abstract title or indemnity company. Is that how you say it? Indemnity company? Indemnity company. Guideline public company method. In business valuation, A, method within the market approach whereby market multiplies are derived from market prices of stocks of companies that are engaged in the same or similar lines of business and that are actively traded on a free and open market. International Glossary of Business Valuation Terms, also called Merger and Acquisitions Method. Guideline Publicly Traded Company Method. In business valuation, a market approach valuation method in which sales of stock in publicly traded companies in the same or a similar line of business as the subject company are used as proxies for the market of the subject stock if it were publicly traded. Stock price, equity, or invested capital, debt, and equity of each guideline company is compared with various measures of company income. Page 107. To calculate ratios or multiples from guideline companies are analyzed to determine appropriate ratios or multiples and value indications for the subject property. Guide meridian. See meridian. Gym. See Health and Fitness Center.